Welcome to Tran wins Cyberpunk 2077. We are now in Padre's neighborhood.
I'm here.
Haywood's a rough place for biz, huh? Gotta be tough, keeping it all in check.
Not really. All you can get here is enough respect to keep the wolves from eating you alive.
This is your turf. Must have something under control.
Just got the most wolves afraid of me.
Ask a personal question?
Sure, but I may not answer.
Why'd you join the priesthood?
Faith is God's grace. For many years I did not feel it. But eventually, that changed. I believe in God, V. And I only hope that when I pass, he believes in me.
Sometimes I haven't quite figured out how to make Padre spawn. I have had trouble getting him to appear. I've tried waiting, I've tried running back and forth, so that the area re-renders. I don't know. I don't know what to quite...
Calling all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported on Skyline South. Group of the Valentinos led by Zoe Alonzo at large. Her record includes armed robbery, extortion, kidnapping, and first-degree murder. Night City authorities offering a reward for neutralizing Alonzo's criminal network.
This is what I mean by the optics hack is really good for actual combat. Rogelio, got a problem. One of your crew killed a cop on our turf, Jose Luis. NCPD got pissed, gonna raid us for sure. Make sure all the security footage disappears, and make sure any witnesses knows what happens to snitches. And tell Jose he's a gonk, and if he pulls a stunt like that again, I'll deal with him myself. Love, Zoe. Alright, next area, we are going to head this way.
Attention all NCPD subcons. APB out for suspected organized crime activity on Skyline South. Primary target is Denzel Pryor, aka The Brain. Pryor leads a subgroup of the so-called Animals Gang, known to traffic the illegal supplement commonly called juice. City's got a reward on offer for neutralizing Pryor and his entourage.
Alright, Shrooms, gig's gonna take some work. Gotta deliver some juice to a few actors. Thing is, you know how they are. Nobody can know they're using, so call around, find some normal looking Shrooms and call in a favor. Buzz me when you find the right peeps to transport the juice.
You best be on your knees and praying.
Okay, we are going to head to this Cyberpsycho, where we once again prove that Regina Jones is a psycho herself.
Hey, a gunfight broke out in a cafe on the waterfront. See what's going on over there, Kay?
Okay.
If it's a cyberpsycho problem, I want that problem to stay alive.
Popular cafe with a beautiful view of the ocean, usually crowded at this hour. It acquired cult notoriety after Saigon Sisters was filmed there, and it's Hyun's favorite eatery. Poor thing, lying in a coma after an allergic reaction to tannins. Anyway, cafe's booked for some bougie reception. A few of the guests already arrived and newlyweds were still getting their stills taken. That's when it all started. If someone seriously objected to this holy matrimony. This was supposed to be their happiest day ever, and you're like, oh, someone, come on. Let's pop a stamina pill. Alright, let's try that again. This is actually like my 4th try doing this. I've loaded a lot more times.
Finger on the trick, V.
It's not that I'm losing on this fight, it's that after this fight, the game rains, and if I load at any point after that, it stops raining, and it makes for bad footage. So I have to do things in pretty much one smooth run. Now, if I don't ping her or lock on target with her, she actually, like, for whatever reason, it won't let me shoot through walls to get to her. Anyways, it is a stage production. It's not an actual wedding, which I guess might make it a little better. I don't know. So now I can shoot through walls. Is there another way up than the way I've been going? Maybe here. What I've been doing is I've been jumping up these little railings, and it's a little funky jumping up them, actually. Oh, I just tripped on that. My dear sister, the time of revenge and the white light of frost white chrome and contempt has come. When you wake in the cold fluorescent light, remember how you humiliated me at my wedding, how I became the laughing stock of Night City thanks to you and your Mr. Stud prank. I hope you'll enjoy my revenge, as I've chosen the most hideous implants from Jigjig's nastiest ripper docs to make a few adjustments to your oh so beautiful body. And I almost forgot to mention, I'm getting married again. My future husband needs no introduction because he's your fiance after all, and you know him well. That's right. Kenny. But don't worry about him. I doubt he'll spot the difference. He's never been too observant, that one. I really hope you enjoy the craftsmanship and effort I poured into your new shell. It's the perfect match for the monster inside you. And I'm sorry to do this, but you're not welcome at the wedding. I'd hate to scare off all my friends and guests, or even Kenny. I'll be sure to send you some stills taken from outside your favorite restaurant, so you can always know what your life might have looked like. Stay strong, sis, and stay away from mirrors. Your favorite sister, Lynn. Alright, so this is a nice little touch. Killed while posing by the sea, crawled over to the woman to hold her hand before dying, and Regina has the gumption to make fun of all of this. No, I'm serious, like, you'll see as we move on through this mission. My dearest Lynn, I heard you've been worrying about security at the wedding. Well, put it out of your mind. As one of our biggest stars, you know that your comfort and peace of mind is our top priority. I would never, ever let your sister ruin your big day. I'll see to it myself. You have my word. Your safety comes first, and that will never change, even if you lost your looks or talent. Never, no matter what. Besides, Dow's in a coma and will only wake up once you and Kenny are out sipping watermelon mojitos on the beach. So chin up, and don't worry or you'll get fine lines. Remember, your skin needs time to recover after the implant. Yours always, Celine. Then we have here a casual clothes, no makeup, not camera ready, likely a crew cameraman or other crew member. Top-notch video equipment, more movie set than photo shoot. Buff man in a cheap suit equipped with cheap basic cyberware. There was likely security on the set. Clothing and makeup suggests corporal, possibly ran the show. Trying to read that. The scene opens up with a close-up on Kenny and Lynn posing for wedding pictures by a Seaside cafe. Sign and logo visible in the background, slight blurring but still legible. Scene shot against the sun with a slight glow in Lynn's flare. Typical lively wedding music plays in the background while the wedding guests' conversations are a dull roar, punctuated with a loud laugh and cheerful shouts. Sudden change of mood. The music shifts to something more ominous, while the sound of a motorboat engine roars louder, obviously approaching at high speed. Next scene is overcast. The motorboat reaches the shore. Camera, pan in on the figure on the motorboat. It's a terrifying double of Lynn, borged out and with a face contorted in pain and rage. It's Lynn's sister, Dow. Dow angrily confronts her sister, accusing her of putting her into a coma by spiking her wine, then installing the worst combat implants in her while she was unconscious. Dow lifts her arms to reveal the implants. The colorful party lights glint and dance on her chrome forearms. Lynn's face turns to stone in terror, and the music soars in a dramatic crescendo. Close up on Kenny's confused face, his eyes darting from one sister to another. Dow hurls herself at her sister, but security steps in at the last moment, and they all tumble into the waves. The final scene of the season comes to an end with a loud splash. End scene. That's where they were supposed to end up. So we'll go and message Regina about her favorite show. And she's still callous about after all this. Got some good news. There's a happy ending to your favorite TV show after all. Our Psycho star's alive and well. Clicking you the deets. Glad she's alive. Maybe there's a chance she'll start telling apart real life from TV life so we can start helping her. I'm just worried what'll happen when she finally realizes that massacre wasn't fake blood and artificial limbs. Need a load of this. It wasn't an actual wedding. It was supposed to be an episode for your favorite TV show, Saigon Sisters. Spoilers incoming. The plan was to pit both sisters against each other by chipping one with faulty implants and putting her in a coma. Not from an allergic reaction, but with legit poison. In the meantime, the other sister gets plastic surgery to look like the sister in a coma so she can marry the latter's fiance. How whacked is that? Except the coma sister woke up too soon, forgot she was on a TV show, and clearly didn't like her new implants. A fact she made known at the wedding reception with a performance no one would forget, at least for the ones that managed to escape. First she took care of the sister, then the husband, and finally the whole TV crew. That's when the guts really hit the fan. I thought Maelstrom was messed up, but showbiz takes the cake this time. You're right, it's a reality TV show. Yeah, this is what I mean, like, I just really don't like Regina. And then the game starts raining after this point, so this is why I've had to keep redoing this set of missions, because if I load at any point, it becomes broad daylight and the rain stops, and it doesn't make for good footage. The first time I stopped, I had actually done things well, and then my family came home, so I just went ahead and stopped, and then I loaded, and I was like, oh, I can't use this footage. It just became broad daylight. It's like 10 o'clock, and the game, there's a huge jarring difference if you were to be watching it.
V, a few Zeta Tech corporals walked into an auto shop. The punchline, none came back out. Apparently it's a family business that's fallen on hard times. My hunch is the owners finally snapped, and you know I got a nose for this stuff.
Alright, so there's a bunch of mines that you're gonna have to be mindful of. It wouldn't just let me disarm it. Maybe this is just the first time I walk up to one, it doesn't show the F fill up. I don't know. Cat noises coming from an auto shop. Sounds like a series of explosions. One take, either the roof's collapsed or someone's gone Cyberpsycho. vehicle now. Stop, don't do it. Let this be a warning to anyone thinking about buying this shop. Don't be fooled by the fantastic location or top shelf equipment, because guess what? None of it will be yours, even after you sign whatever agreement the court gives you. What, you surprised? Well, so was I. I shouldn't have been, though. It was right there in front of my eyes, in black and white. I didn't want to waste my time reading some complicated agreement with more twists than an Apple novel by a certain Virginia. I also didn't bother doing my research, or else I would have found out the shop changed hands 3 times already this year, and the previous owners disappeared without a trace, except their debts, that is. All I can say is, I've dealt with my fair share of gangs looking for protection money or a one-time heist, but nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever messed me over quite like the suits at Zetatech. So I've got only one answer for them: a wrench to the face and a vise for their fingers. So even after you defeat him, all the mines are still active, so be very cautious of that. Hey, I got a cease and desist from Zetatech. They say I'm using that lift in my shop without a license. What is this? I bought the whole shop from them, spent life savings on it. They want to get me again because of some license? Could you check and see if they made a mistake somewhere? What sort of eddies are we talking about here? Gaston, I contacted Zetatech on your behalf, and it does seem that the equipment in the shop was not included in the deed. You bought the shop building, 4 walls, the floor, and ceiling. That's it. I asked about the price of the tech, but they're unable to give an estimate because the shop in which it's located has been bought out. But I'm the one who bought it out. Think I would know. So what do we do now? Now they have to buy it back from you, and since prices have fallen in the area, you stand to lose a fair amount. But then we have priority to buy it back, and if we want to speed up the process, we could give them an offer right now to purchase the shop and equipment, along with the loan approval for whatever is needed to cover the difference. That's the good news. Bad news is, the equipment costs about double the shop itself. Fine, I don't know, go ahead and file that loan application so I don't lose my chance. Then I'll think it over some more. Besides, what's a shop without equipment? I can't even work without it. Alright Gaston, it's all ready. I just need your signature and you can reopen. Great, thanks for your help. It's hard to deal with this all by myself. I'm going back to work, finally. Auto shop owner was on a rampage, but I managed to put him to sleep. The way cores here gobble up small businesses, it's almost painful to watch. Before they even clock what's happening, the owners are locked out of their own premises and slapped with a colossal debt. Then they bust their butts from the core from morning to midnight to make ends meet. Looks like this one preferred to take his own life than give up the one place that was his. See how quickly the American dream can turn into the American nightmare. Alright, and then the next area is going to be here. Just make sure you don't trip on a mine on your way out.
This time, I needed to restore the natural balance in this city. A Valentino dropped the cup and has gone unpunished. You can change that. If you find out who's covering for the ganger, I'll pay extra. Spec attached.
A few weeks ago, a police officer was shot dead. Same old story. Some Valentino kids got into their scrap with the badges. A fatal piece of lead was shot by a ganger named Jose Luis. The investigation was dropped and officers from the local precinct were told to back off. Pretty interesting turn of events, wouldn't you say? Jose must have some friends in high places. Here's the deal. One of the officers wants Jose to be brought to justice, which is where you come in. If you happen to find out who's protecting the Valentino, I'll throw an extra. Good luck.
Themselves? What you think?
She'll drive, but I can't make no promises. At least not without the right equipment.
You'll manage, carnal. And you? How's that third ride?
Jose says we're moving her to a new River Tech shop tomorrow.
Well, if That's what he wants.
What the hell?
¡Órale, pendeja! ¡Quítate de eso! ¡Madre, que te vuelves a perder!
This is the road!
What's over here? ¡Una vaca! ¡Tenemos una vaca!
What's
Can you
this?
spot the two things that don't match?
Give up.
¡Esto es una pinche
Hint
emboscada!
1, Militech. Hint 2, Valentino's.
Who would have thought?
Well, well, either they're planning a costume party, or they're gearing up for a different sort of party. I'm intrigued in either case.
I'm on your scent, bitch!
Ready to get the sniper? Did you come down or something?
Come on out! I got something big for you!
Alright, so one thing about this mission is, as you start to carry the body out, a bunch of Valentinos will jump you right in front of the fixer. So you have to deal with them first. So let's investigate this mystery about the Militech. Jose, our patience has its limits. We paid your bail because we are already invested in you, and our investments need returns. But you're not untouchable. You get another gong shootout. Instead of our help, you'll get a rope around your neck. Remember, Arasaka pays for solving problems and punishes for creating new ones. Oh, and stay close to the Hollow. We'll call you soon and tell you exactly how you're going to attack our facility. Remember that people need to die and that you have to use the Militech equipment we gave you. To the media, it has to look like a Militech squad attacked an Arasaka facility. That is all. Interesting outfit there. Archived conversation. Can't right now, what's up? That caregiver never showed up. I'm here alone. I sent one of the boys to help you. No, I need you. I can't, abuelito. I have to stay put. Please just come. I can't even stand up, and I had an accident. I don't want them to see. I really can't. I'll send someone you can trust. Don't worry. Alright, also, if you put the body in the car and the body gets too far away from you before your mission finishes or concludes, Padre scolds you for not finishing the mission. You can still finish the mission. They'll just send you a message saying, you gotta finish what you start, V. So you can still finish it. It's not that you fail it or anything. My solution is to ride the car. I didn't realize I got the passenger too. But yeah, that was the Valentino car reinforcements, and the car that is right next to him is literally working for the fixer.
It's V. Took care of Jose.
The car's on its way. Did you learn who busted him out after he killed that badge?
Arasaka.
Arasaka. You're telling me a megacorp was involved in the killing of some ordinary beat cop?
Joffrey's death was an accident. Jose was covered for another reason.
I'm still listening.
He and his crew were hired to launch a full-blown assault on an Arasaka facility, and do it using Militech equipment.
Attacking Arasaka. On Arasaka's behalf. Shit. You need to get out of there.
Seeing as I'm already here, I could stick around, try to find out more.
Won't find nothing you don't already know. Location's already blown.
You know more than you're telling. Spill.
I'm just speculating here, but
Out with it.
there's a good chance that Arasaka's looking to pick a serious fight with Militech. Maybe even all-out war.
And? Jose's hit was meant to be their excuse? Kinda slim, don't you think?
It's not just Jose. I've heard of other cases. Same MO. This runs deep, V.
But why war? You're still picking up pieces from the last one.
No bigger smokescreen than war. Maybe they need the attention of something else.
Not sure I even want to know. You, Padre?
Not this time, no. Not my board, not my game. See you around, V.
Yeah, be seeing you.
Bonus is ready to collect. I have one more favor to ask. Let's forget this ever happened, Gate closed. Alright, next mission. We're gonna head here. Next gun for hire.
Another of God's wayward daughters is long due for judgment.
No way.
I need someone who can hasten her journey to stand before the Lord. Details attached.
A girl died a while back in the Glen. Her name was Rosita. I knew her. 17 years old, picture-perfect smile. Get hit by a car while she was crossing the road. I saw the CCTV. Almost tore her legs off clean. If she'd gotten to the emergency room sooner, she might have lived. Who knows? It was the middle of the night, empty street. Driver fled the scene. Soon enough, the NCPD found our culprit. Lady's named Tucker Albach, Vice Managing Director or something at Kuroshi. Her insurance covered vehicular manslaughter, so as far as the NCPD is concerned, she's off the hook. Only punishment she got is her insurance raising her premium. Hardly a slap on the wrist. Over my dead body. This isn't what justice is supposed to look like. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, head for a head. Wound for a wound. Rosita wants Tucker gone, and you're gonna pull the trigger.
What the? An uninvited guest. I don't know who you are, but I know you're making a very, very big mistake.
You fucked up. Bad. Girl was poor, so you figured even the junkie on the corner wouldn't give two shits.
Slow down! What do you mean? What girl?
The one whose blood was all over your limo?
Oh, that! Whew! I thought one of my competitors sent you. Look, this is all some gonk misunderstanding. I'm insured for accidents. Compensation's already been paid out. Case closed. And as for this job of yours, I'm sure we can come to some kind of professional understanding.
Vehicular manslaughter insurance. What a world. Think you're off the hook? Think her father's okay with that? I doubt it.
Nobody asked her to get run over. Let's be reasonable now. I pay, you leave me alone, and I leave the city. How about that, huh?
Only place you're going is to the morgue.
My driver's already on the way. Then all these messages say is that she's just lost her position as a result of her actions, and she doesn't have as much security as she used to. Now, unless you can just hop, like, you can probably just hop out of this door with her. You might be able to hop out of this door with her, but before that, you can't take her. Let's see, where is that? Administrator access token right here, and you can use that to open up this safe. You can also accept her deal and then shoot her in the head anyways, or take her out or whatever. Let's go ahead, take a look at the archived conversation. It says here, "My name is Marlon Fusino. You don't know me. People like you and me don't often cross paths. You work on the top floor of a skyscraper while I pick trash off the curb 100 floors down. But for those rare exceptions where we do, it usually ends in tragedy. 2 weeks ago, you hit a young woman with your car. The hour was late, it was dark, no one saw a thing. If you had stopped and called for an ambulance, she might still be alive. But I guess you had an important meeting over cocktails to get to. That girl bled out on the sidewalk. Her name was Rosita. She was my daughter. You made me bury her. Ever since she was born, I set aside every spare penny I could for her education, but that money won't go to waste. It's all going to a good cause. The hired killer who's going to blow a hole through your arrogant brain. Love, Marlon Fusino." And Roger and Tucker, she talks about how talk about how Roger's supporting her, whoever this Roger is. Could be the same. I think there was a Roger that messed with you in the beginning of the game. So before we head out this door, there's actually a guard here, and if I were to have run towards her, he will actually walk in the room, but you can hide behind her chair. So before we move on, we're gonna actually ping her computer, and we're just gonna waltz on out of here like we own the place. And mark him. So it shouldn't really matter. Just a couple reboot optics will pretty much get me through this place. Those two won't move until you listen to them. They just talk about paint varnish, nothing interesting. And then we will use this to distract the enemy, and he will go away.
So, don't want to dirty your hands, trouble your conscience. Understood, V. Dr. Alback will have her judgment day yet. I'll see to it. Contract closed.
Well, the mercy you give to others is the mercy you can expect for yourself, Padre. So, maybe you'll change your mind. Alright, next mission. We're gonna head to this thievery. I had to load because I realized that I did the wrong mission first. I do have a specific order I'm trying to do them in. So when I load, because I pinged these guys, they actually will be in a combat state.
Come out with your hands in the air.
So the one I want is actually in this alleyway. I missed it, and I went into that building, which is the second one we want to do. We'll do this one first. Waiting for him to call me, but come on.
Won't lie, V. I got a shit job for you. Political meaning. You'll need to grab some dirty docs on Javier Alvarado, advisor to the
What's
mayor.
on your mind?
Intel says you'll find them in the office of El Pinche Bollo. Valentino run joint. Want more details? Scan the attachment.
Young woman came up to me, claims to be a media. She must be a wizard with words because I've never seen a media jock like her burn so much cash. She's fishing for dirt on the mayor's advisor, Javier Alvarado. Says Alvarado's embezzling public money peddling to Valentino's pocket. Proof? Apparently found in the office of El Pinche Pollo, some Valentino-run restaurant. Have a look there. This media seemed confident of her sources. And you know how this rolls. She fronts the Eddies, we don't ask who she writes for.
Whose bar is this?
Why? You want to complain about the selection? Decoration? Maybe the barkeep?
Just curious, is all.
Don't look like the type to ask about throwing a quinceañera for her daughter. Besides, trust me, there are a lot of reasons you don't want to meet the boss.
Javier Alvarado. You come here often?
Oh, what? Because I attend a Mexican bar, I'm supposed to know every single Javier in the whole goddamn city, huh?
You might know this particular Javier.
When you work here as long as I have, you learn that it's better not to remember last names or faces.
Fuck you going? You lost or something?
No, I actually do. You know I have a lot of Eddies. I think this game, since it's a game about corporation stuff, I should be able to just throw money around to solve problems. Like lots of problems, almost all problems.
I'd watch that tone if I were you. It's not how you treat customers, especially not VIPs.
Okay, VIP. Club's having a private event. ¿Entiendes? Sorry for the inconvenience. Fuck off. Don't come back.
Someone here I need to have a word with. It's urgent.
And you and I have got ourselves a little impasse. See, my job's to keep people like you from going into places like these. So you best walk away before shit gets ugly.
Looking at your face, it's already too late.
I know you from somewhere. Hey, hold on, weren't you a friend of Jackie's? I saw you at his funeral.
You knew Wells?
We were tight, him and me.
Jackie fucking Wells! Guay was like a brother to us. More than once when he left the Valentinos. Second time when he... Come on, let's get a drink. To Jackie. Let's go. No point waiting around. Let's go, come on.
No thanks, I'm good. I don't drink. You can have mine.
What? We go look? All right, I gotta go back. Chill here if you like. But don't do nothing stupid, chica. You pull some gunk shit, not even Jackie will save you.
All right, get the runner to monitor the area. A few of our guys inside and outside the club.
You gotta wait for this guy to finish talking if you wanna run past.
Got a buyer. A blue light from the movie. Can't trace it back to us. But I need your blessing.
You being real right now? A fucking bank? We get tagged before we even started scrolling. And all because some rich-ass gonk wants an adrenaline rush?
Scrollers are taken care of. Got him with the last shipment. We just put him on, get inside. Wait some iron around and get out.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? You got worms in your brain, man.
Wait for him to leave, and then we can go through this curtain. But there's also a camera around the other side of the curtain, which we'll just go and turn in friendly mode. This takes a seat. We'll just stroll on through like we own the place.
Oh, we don't deal with that shit. El Gallo is not our problem. Tell him that. Snooping around, huh? Then tell him what we do to rats in the barrio. Like I care. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? I can't shit out on who's supplier just like that. Yeah, a couple. Have to vet them first, though. One's already been compromised, you know how it goes. I'll let you know. A luego.
Alright, he also is going to pull out some cigarettes so he can still see you if you advance too early. And there, of course, there is that camera up above there, which we'll go and just briefly take care of while he pulls out those cigarettes. And now we can approach. Mariko, it's done. Birds flew in the cage, got chirpy, whipped their claws out, cams scrolled all of it. They'll eat out of your hand. They're ours now. Let me know when you want to apply the pressure. L. Dear Senior Salinas, I look upon your business and philanthropy in the Glen with great interest. It's thanks to enterprising people such as you, the area is teeming with life and development opportunity. I'm absolutely convinced our cooperation can prosper under current conditions. Of course, in the event of any changes regionally, so to speak, we will reassess our arrangements as needed. Respectfully, Javier Alvarado. Okay. Oh, we didn't actually hack this thing. We did hack it first. We'll leave.
Some things never change. Gonks tick the ballot and think they're actually making a choice. Only ever been one choice in this city. Corruption. Same shit, different assholes. And every time they think this time will be different, well, we get what we fucking deserve.
Data received. Thank you.
Flawlessly. All according to plan. Glad I can count on you. Contract closed.
Alright, then the next mission is literally right over there. Getting too close to those cops will make them upset.
The scop-sucking bastard! Fire my daughter, my little girl?
Shh, quiet, they'll hear you. I mean, there's rules.
I don't give a fuck about their rules. They're stupid wars. Can't even follow those rules. You can't. A person's gotta eat, gotta work, gotta have implants to even hold down a job. And what? The girl's gotta turn up her nose if some 6th Street offers her a gig on the side?
Well, she could have asked the Tinos for help. It's their turf. They got a right to be mad. Be glad they just tossed her out of the bar. They could have, well, you know, could have been worse.
Ugh, god damn it!
A client wishes to free another man of his earthly possessions. More specifically, need you to swipe Carrie Eurodyne's guitar. The job is simple, the reward high. More intel attached. I'll be waiting.
There was this band in the 20s, Samurai. Maybe you've heard of them. Talentless bunch of angsty, skizzed out kids who thought they were actually making music. For some reason, people nowadays still listen to them. I'll cut to the chase. My client wants to get his hands on Carrie Eurodyne's guitar. One of the members of Samurai. Weird gig, I know, but the Eddies are legit, and that's all that matters. I tracked down the guitar. It's owned by one Gaston Slayton. The guy's obsessed with Samurai and is a collector of the band's memorabilia. Getting into the building shouldn't be a problem. You'll have access to the elevator. Only thing is, Slayton's unit will probably be tightly secured. Eurodyne's guitar is his prized possession. Drop me a line when it's done.
Hey, what's all the racket upstairs? I passed by a second ago, eardrums almost burst. What, some kind of party?
He wishes. That's Slayton's unit. Guy's obsessed with just one shitty band. Like, plays it non-stop, full blast. I mean, even when he isn't here. You know what's the worst, though? When he comes down and starts babbling on about them. Silverhand this, Eurodyne that, for hours on end, literally. I'm telling you, this guy's got a problem. He knows the lyrics to every song, every release date of every album, every concert. Unbelievable. I can't wait for the day he drops dead.
You don't actually even need to interact with this receptionist. There's nothing to really say. We'll try talking to her, but nothing actually happens.
What's up?
As for this quest, if you don't have Technical 17 or whatever it is that's required, you can literally just jump off the roof and you'll make it to the target. Surprisingly, the NPCs don't seem to care that you just commit suicide right in front of them. This is the room. You need Technical 17. We'll just go and open it, but we'll take the other way in case you don't have that. So you go up these stairs, go outside. Be told by these guys that
You shouldn't be here.
they really actually don't care that you just jump off this roof. I think they should have some reaction, but whatever. There we go, it's quiet now. So now we can listen to all the stuff.
Better look around.
Weird. Don't remember this one.
Must be all that vodka you sponged up over the years.
Let's get one thing straight. I never touched vodka. Bourbon, whiskey, and tequila. That was my crowd.
Alright, this one's funny. Fan fiction, an omelet of passion. Hey y'all, I got a little story I hope you like. I wrote it after I watched the Final Samurai concert and I just could not resist sharing anymore. Jewelry forever! Johnny was sitting on the windowsill, sipping hot cocoa and gazing out as the sun was beginning to go down. He loved this time of day because the red in the sky made him think about the bomb that would bring down the corporal system and because it reminded him of how fleeting life is. Then, all of a sudden, the smell of bacon snapped him out of his deep thoughts. He threw his mug and swore because it was definitely that alt who was trying to impress him with breakfast again. Johnny flipped back his oil black hair and groaned. He thought, this stupid girl won't leave me alone. Even though he was brooding and clenching his square jaw in anger, he still put on his dog tags and a little makeup to go downstairs for breakfast. But then when he got to the kitchen, he was stunned. It wasn't Alt. It was Carrie Eurodyne. What are you doing here? He asked in total shock and wiped a lock of thick black hair from his eyes. Carrie stood there with a frying pan in his hand and with a surprised look at Johnny's outburst. I'm making you eggs, he said, and his face turned bright red like a pepperoni. Then a second later, the two rocker studs both noticed the smoky smell of burning bacon. Carrie's deep brown eyes turned to the nano burner and he tried to turn it off. But then he accidentally turned it up even higher and the whole nano stove burst into flames. Wow, Johnny calmly thought, looking at his shoe panicking and trying to put out the fire. How is this klutzy gonk even in my band? But before he could make fun of him, or laugh, or anything, Johnny heard a loud crash and a mysterious figure landed really close to him. It was Toshiro, the infamous Arasaka corporal thug. It's over for you, Silverhand, said the Japanese agent with an evil smile, and then he fired at the silver-armed legend. No, Johnny thought to himself. It can't end this way. There's still corpse I have to destroy. I have so much left to do. I have to tell Carrie that I love him. Yes, it was when he was spitting up blood on the floor and flexing his sweaty biceps and abs in pain that the raven-haired rocker boy realized he loved Carrie, even if he was terrible at making breakfast. But there wasn't any more time to tell him how he felt. He couldn't move or talk. The pain was so bad. And then darkness. But then with the last of his strength, he saw Carrie kneel down next to him and slit his wrist with a steak knife. What are you doing? Johnny asked in horrible pain. Shut up and drink, you leadhead. I'm saving your butt. I'm a half-demon, half-angel, and my blood holds the power of eternal life. I already killed Toshiro with a single strike of my other demon power that I always use to crush corporal scum. You're crazy, Eurodyne, he said, half-conscious, as he tasted the metallic taste of blood and looked deeply into Carrie's almond eyes. Carrie, listen. I love you, you damn fool. Then Johnny passed out and a sweaty lock of jet black hair fell across his face. I know. Gary said, and smiled with a tear in his eye. And because he felt the same way, he put his lips on Johnny's and kissed him warmly and softly, the tear falling on his cheek. Then he smiled, breathed deeply and slowly, and whispered in Johnny's ear, "And now we'll always be together." Lily Silverhand, 2021. Alright, yeah, that's all kinds of messed up there, but whatever.
Well, of course.
Well, have to appreciate the man's taste in both music and liquor. But what I don't get, why the fixation on Carrie?
Auction for samurai stuff. He's talking to Dino about getting his band running. Somebody is sending, he's sending to Jenny Mayweather critique on her work, and yet spam.
Huh, I'll never forget this. Line was longer than from here to Plymouth Rock. After party lasted 2 nights straight.
And ended in the drunk tank?
Hey, look here. Dude made a shrine to the band. Well, half shrine, half vault, more like. Has a numeric keypad, so code's a string of digits. Man, I don't know. Maybe 69, 69, 69?
Or maybe not.
Alright, so these pants are kind of special in that if you pick them up now, okay, hold on, let's say I made a save right now. If I picked them up after the save and then loaded the save, the pants are gone forever. Well, their pants are gone until you restart Cyberpunk. So that's something to be aware of. It's just weird. Again, this is in the current version of the game I have, anyways. Year taken 2065.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck, Carrie's an old geezer now. When was this still taken?
Not long ago. Look, the date.
The date. That's it, the fucking code to the safe room. Hooey, see that? Still got it.
Can't have bad luck all the time.
Save you some time. It's none of these.
How do you know?
'Cause say what you will about Carrie, but he knew guitars. And these are all hot trash.
Now, they can send a fixer's car, or they can send a car to pick up a body, but they won't send a car to pick up the guitar. This is why I hit the summon car button before I entered the building. Hopefully the car is as close as it can get, but maybe not. Alright, that's not bad at all. I see that it says I can just jump out of the vehicle now. Let's try going around first, because it's actually not as close as it might lead you to believe by hopping out of the vehicle. It was still like 200 meters away or something.
can truly count on you, V. The guitar is in the right hands, securely now. Closing this contract and transferring your compensation.
She followed me from the hotel.